Have you ever felt like your energy isn't quite what it used to be? Or maybe you've noticed that the joy in your day isn't as vibrant as it once was? It's completely natural as we age to face these changes, and it can sometimes feel a bit daunting, can't it? But here's something important to remember: no matter our age, happiness and fulfillment are still within reach. In fact, the golden years can be some of the most rewarding of our lives if we take a moment to embrace a few simple shifts in our mindset. I know that stepping into your 70s can bring about a lot of new challenges, but it also opens the door to endless possibilities for growth and joy. How we choose to think about aging, health, relationships, and our daily routines can make all the difference in how we feel, both emotionally and mentally. And that's what we'll be talking about in this video. We're going to explore 6 mindset shifts that can help you stay happy and fulfilled long after your 70th birthday. These mindset shifts aren't about denying the natural aging process or pretending everything is always perfect. They're about acknowledging the changes and then adjusting the way we approach life in a way that promotes happiness, well-being, and peace of mind. Let's start with the first one: embracing change. Now, I know that change isn't always easy. In fact, many of us find comfort in routine, in the familiar. But here's the thing: life is all about change, and aging is just another chapter in that continuous journey. The sooner we can accept that change is a natural part of life, the sooner we can unlock the peace and happiness that comes with it. When we stop resisting change, we begin to open ourselves up to new experiences. Maybe it's picking up a hobby you've always wanted to try, or simply being more open to new ways of doing things. I know it might seem overwhelming at first, but even the smallest change can bring a breath of fresh air into your life. The key is to shift your perspective, see change not as something to fear, but as an opportunity to grow, learn, and experience life in new ways. And this doesn't mean we have to change everything about ourselves. In fact, many of the things that have made you who you are, those beautiful qualities and values, don't need to change. But by embracing the idea that change is okay, whether it's adjusting your daily routine or learning a new skill, you open yourself to all the good that comes with growth. This brings me to the second mindset shift: letting go of the need for perfection. As we get older, many of us have learned that perfection is an illusion. We've lived long enough to realize that nothing is ever truly perfect, and that's okay. We don't have to be perfect in how we look, how we manage our time, or how we handle every little thing that comes our way. Perfection, after all, is an incredibly heavy burden to carry. Instead of striving for perfection, why not embrace progress? Small steps forward are still steps in the right direction. Maybe it's taking a few minutes each day to do something just for yourself, or learning to laugh at the little mistakes along the way. Life doesn't need to be perfect to be wonderful. In fact, some of the most joyful moments come from those times when things didn't go exactly as planned, but we made the most of them anyway. Letting go of the need for perfection also frees up emotional energy. When we're no longer focused on getting everything right, we create space for joy, laughter, and those moments of true connection with others. It's okay to make mistakes. In fact, those mistakes are often the moments that teach us the most and can even lead to the happiest experiences. Now that we've talked about embracing change and letting go of perfection, let's shift gears a bit. The third mindset shift I want to share with you is all about nurturing your sense of purpose. It's so important, especially as we age, to feel like we're contributing in some way. Purpose isn't just for the young or those in the middle of their careers. In fact, research has shown that having a sense of purpose as we get older is one of the key factors in maintaining both mental and physical health. It gives us something to look forward to and helps us stay engaged with life. So, what does this look like for you? It could be anything that brings you joy and makes you feel like you're making a difference. Maybe it's volunteering, mentoring someone younger, or dedicating time to a cause you care deeply about. Or it could even be focusing on your personal growth, taking time to explore new ideas, learn new things, and keep your mind active. No matter what your purpose looks like, it's important to remember that it doesn't have to be huge or world-changing. The small ways in which you touch the lives of others or better yourself can have a profound impact on your happiness. And when you feel like your life has purpose, it creates a sense of fulfillment that no material possession or fleeting pleasure can provide. So, now that we've covered these first 3 shifts, embracing change, letting go of perfection, and nurturing purpose, let's move on to the next part. there are still a few more powerful mindset shifts to explore that will help you feel truly fulfilled in your 70s and beyond. Now that we've touched on embracing change, letting go of perfection, and nurturing a sense of purpose, let's dive into the next shift that's incredibly important for staying happy and fulfilled: prioritizing self-care. It's easy to think of self-care as a luxury, something we only get to enjoy if everything else is taken care of first. But as we grow older, it becomes clear that self-care isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Caring for your physical, mental, and emotional well-being should be at the top of your list. When we take the time to care for ourselves, we're not just improving our health, we're also increasing our ability to be there for others and to truly enjoy the moments of life. Now, I know what you're thinking: self-care sounds great, but it can feel hard to find the time for it, right? Well, here's the thing: self-care doesn't have to mean spending hours at the spa or going on expensive vacations. It's really about finding what works for you. It could be something as simple as enjoying a cup of tea in peace, getting a good night's rest, or spending a few minutes outside every day. Physical activity, even just a gentle walk, can do wonders for your mood and energy levels. And it's not just about the physical side of self-care. Mental and emotional self-care is just as important. Taking time to reflect, practicing gratitude, or even journaling your thoughts can have an incredibly positive impact on your mindset. Taking care of yourself is a way to honor the life you've lived and to prepare for the wonderful years ahead. The better you care for yourself, the more energy and joy you'll have to share with the people around you. The fifth mindset shift is learning to let go of the past and embrace the present. This is a big one, and I'm sure you've heard it many times before: living in the present is essential for happiness. But it's often easier said than done, especially as we get older. We may find ourselves looking back on the past, thinking about missed opportunities, or regretting things we didn't do. And while reflecting on the past can sometimes be useful, it can also hold us back from enjoying the beauty of the present moment. So, how do we learn to let go of the past? It starts with accepting that the past is just that, the past. We can't change it, and that's okay. What we can do is learn from it and use those lessons to shape our present and future. One way to embrace the present is to focus on what you can control right now. Take each day as it comes, and instead of dwelling on things you can't change, think about what small steps you can take to improve today. It might mean setting aside time to enjoy a hobby, connect with a friend, or simply be more mindful of the world around you. Living in the moment helps to cultivate a deeper sense of appreciation for the little things, the things we might have overlooked when we were younger. The sound of birds singing outside your window, the warmth of the sun on your face, the simple joy of a conversation with a loved one, these are the things that truly make life beautiful. Letting go of the past means making room for these experiences and finding peace in the here and now. That brings us to the sixth mindset shift: cultivating an attitude of gratitude. Gratitude has the power to change your life. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you shift your perspective from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life. And trust me, there is so much to be grateful for. Whether it's your health, your relationships, or the small moments of joy you experience every day, gratitude helps you recognize the richness of your life. Studies have shown that practicing gratitude can improve mental health, increase happiness, and even enhance physical well-being. It doesn't have to be a big gesture. Start small, perhaps by writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day. It could be as simple as a warm cup of coffee in the morning or the laughter of a grandchild. The more you practice gratitude, the more you'll begin to notice all the blessings in your life, no matter how big or small. Gratitude also helps you navigate tough times. Life has its ups and downs, and as we age, we may face challenges that seem difficult to overcome. But by focusing on what we're grateful for, even in difficult moments, we can shift our mindset from a place of frustration to one of hope. Gratitude doesn't erase the challenges, but it helps you approach them with a more positive and resilient attitude. Now that we've explored prioritizing self-care, letting go of the past, and cultivating gratitude, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've covered so far. These shifts may seem simple, but they have the potential to transform your mindset and bring more joy into your life. And the best part is, these changes don't have to be big or overwhelming. Small steps, like taking a moment for self-care or practicing gratitude every day, can lead to a much happier, more fulfilling life. But we're not done yet. There's one more shift to discuss, one that will tie everything together and really help you live your best life after 70. So, let's move on to the final mindset shift that will make all the difference in how you approach your days and find lasting fulfillment. Now that we've covered some key shifts, embracing change, letting go of perfection, prioritizing self-care, living in the present, and cultivating gratitude, let's dive into the final shift. This one is perhaps the most powerful of all, embracing your legacy. As we get older, it's natural to start thinking about the legacy we'll leave behind. What will people remember about us? What impact have we made in the world? These are important questions, but they can also become a source of anxiety if we let them. The truth is, your legacy isn't something that's reserved for the big moments in life, and it's not just about what you've accomplished in terms of career or achievements. It's about the way you've lived, the relationships you've built, and the kindness you've shown. Here's the great news: it's never too late to start building or deepening your legacy. In fact, some of the most profound legacies are built in the later stages of life. Whether it's spending quality time with loved ones, passing down wisdom to younger generations, or even creating something beautiful or meaningful for your community, you have the opportunity to leave a lasting imprint. Your legacy doesn't have to be grand. It can be as simple as a smile to a stranger, a piece of advice shared with someone in need, or the love you give to those around you. The small, everyday things often have the biggest impact. When you begin to focus on the positive ways you contribute to the lives of others, it brings a sense of fulfillment and joy that goes beyond material accomplishments. It's also important to note that embracing your legacy means giving yourself permission to be proud of the journey you've already walked. You've lived a life full of experiences, and those experiences are invaluable. Celebrate your accomplishments, big and small, and recognize that the life you've led has been full of meaning. You don't need to do anything drastic to create a legacy. Often, simply being present, loving, and supportive in your own way is the most powerful legacy you can leave behind. So, as we reflect on all 6 shifts, embracing change, letting go of perfection, prioritizing self-care, living in the present, cultivating gratitude, and embracing your legacy, it's clear that happiness and fulfillment in your 70s and beyond are very much within your control. It's about shifting how we see the world, how we engage with others, and most importantly, how we see ourselves. These shifts are not about trying to turn back time or trying to be someone you're not. They're about making the most of the time you have and finding joy in every single day. Remember, it's not about being perfect or having everything figured out. It's about taking small steps, making gradual changes, and choosing to see the beauty in life no matter where you are on your journey. Each day offers a new opportunity to grow, to learn, and to find happiness. So, as we wrap up today's video, I want to leave you with this: there's so much more to look forward to. The years ahead are full of potential, joy, and opportunities for growth. Stay open, stay curious, and remember that happiness isn't something that just happens. It's something we create every day, through our thoughts, our actions, and the way we choose to engage with the world around us. If you found these tips helpful, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you already experienced some of these mindset shifts in your own life? Or are there other things you've done to stay happy and fulfilled? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to read them. And if you haven't already, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Together, we can continue to explore ways to make life not just longer, but better, with more joy, peace, and fulfillment. Here's to living your best life, at any age. Keep shining, and I'll see you in the next video.